So, in the given scenarios, let's imagine a world post-Anthropocene. How will the world look like after a catastrophe has occurred? Let us also keep in mind that in the today's time, we are already addressing the issues of global climate change and also trying to provide sustainable solutions. So, what all have we lost and what is still left with us? Have we lost it all, or is it a rebirth? A rebirth that leads us to rethinking for the existence of humanity and a way to conscious living. And hence, we are looking at the reconfigured utopia in making. Therefore, in this era, humanity is well on its way towards conscious living, where we are looking towards the conscious use of raw materials, and that is why production and consumptions are directly linked to the natural environment. The nature, whatever available to us, everything is a resource right now. And therefore, the architecture is going to be less iconic and with the more localized intervention, where there will be a lot of participation from people, and this will lead to a less autonomous approach. This will include craft, and that is where craft will act as a bridge between architecture and its expression, which will be in the form of integrated element of structures and architecture as systems. So the systems are going to be skeleton and something which is very open, which will reduce the layered use of raw materials, and that is why craft plus future is going to be all about systems for what, how, where, and for whom. There will be a sense of material junction detail, and all of those techniques juxtaposed together, assembled together to form the making, and this will become the integrated element of design, which will try to explore newer possibilities in design. And this is where Karigar Shala 2.0 comes into picture, where it not only provides a platform to come and learn various possibilities of built environment through the integration of craft and its making, but it will also act as a catalyst to generate innovative solutions for the built environment and its interior in the post-Anthropocene era. And therefore, craft in future will be through the systems of making, which will be a part of the structural system through the integration of materials like bamboo, timber, weaving, and also the debris available will also be reused for the built environment and the integration of craft. This craft will be generative, which can be multiplied to showcase the fusions of scales. The site chosen for Karigar Shala 2.2 is the FE building of CEPT University. Here the visualization showcases the post-Anthropocene scenario, where the ruins or the remains are imagined with broken walls and destructed slabs, where the Karigar Shala will sit as an insert to perform various activities of workshops and many other such functions. Located amongst the stretch of the North Lawns and the double height space, Karigar Shala is inserted as a temporary structure free from making a permanent intervention. There is an attempt to utilize the spillover spaces on the soft and the hard landscape for the outdoor activities. The bamboo and cane weaving area marks as the entrance to the Karigar Shala, which is then followed by a formal wood workshop, which is further connected to the administrative mezzanine area with a briefing area. This briefing area marks as a secondary entrance to the Karigar Shala. There is an informal outdoor workshop area which is connected through a display area, which further opens up into the informal gathering space. The informal gathering space also works as one-day workshop area, which is connected to the formal wood workshop area through the store and packaging room. Various elements of crafts has been incorporated in the design. For example, in the entrance area, the flooring has been done with the ceramic tiles, which is further covered with the semi-open bamboo pavilion for bamboo and cane workers. Further, in the formal wood workshop area, craft elements like turnwood partition, homogeneous IPS flooring, wood and cane pivoted partitions has been implemented. Further, the tool set area has been done using the wooden planks that has been obtained from the waste doors. The briefing area has been covered with stone and ceramic inlay, which further transits to the other space called administrative mezzanine area. This mezzanine area has been given the structural support from the modules of turned wood. These turned wood modules also act as the partition for the mezzanine area. The wood turned partition system frequently animates the space through the shadows throughout the day. One engages to craft not only through hands-on making but also at visual level through its presence in the Jali's partition display system and functional aspects. Here, the prototype of turned wood has been used, which is of 300 by 300 mm, which has been given the supports from the metal rods, and the connectors as coupling joints from metal has been used. The display area and gathering space have different types of crafts integrated in it. The first is the bamboo pavilion, second reusing the stone inlay for the floor, third is the modular seating that can be erected from the waste metal, and the last is the brass and cane partition. This is a modular partition in which different number of modules can be added and subtracted to have different size and form. Each module consists of brass metal sheet along with cane weaving. This has been erected in a metal frame. Hence, Karigar Shala portrays itself as a collage of multiple craft elements that come together to form a system as a whole and individual unit as a system, which also showcases its temporary and flexible characteristic supported through craft, its maker and the making techniques.